still in means of the sponsorship type stuff. Maybe I'll get this one up sooner. Whatever. We're not Viagra. It doesn't go up that fast. Okay, so I had mentioned I had actually started my Reddit account finally, and responded to Pokemon Go podcast. There's only so... I wasn't sure if that was a meteor flying in towards me.
My wife's beer salt.
Beer salt?
Sponsored by
What is
Twang
that?
Beer Salt. I don't know. Some weird shit she gets into.
Okay.
I
Anywho,
don't know. It just happens to be sitting here.
it's interesting. I'll look into it. I guess it's probably like aromatic bitters, maybe.
Yeah, this is lime flavored. So
Lime
I
flavor.
guess it's like you want to put a little, because I've done put salt in beer before, and it supposedly makes it sweeter. I don't know. I don't really know. I don't know.
Yeah,
I feel
kinda.
like that's the case, but I don't know if that's actually legit. So
Well, I've heard some things where, like, some coffee shops actually have better coffee because a lot of companies will actually run their coffee through reverse osmosis water,
okay.
which basically sterilizes it to, like, a tea. So nothing gets through there.
Okay.
So some coffee houses will still do that, but then the baristas will actually add salt to the coffee to mellow out the acidity.
Okay.
Just random tangent. That might be part of the methodology with that, so who knows?
Bartending, we would always put anything strawberry flavored, like daiquiris or whatever, would put lime into it. It heightens the strawberry flavor. It brings out the strawberry flavor. It's bizarre. It works. It's whatever. Or
Okay.
it doesn't, and I just did it for no reason.
Well, that could have been the on-brand thing for the bar, or it does actually work. I'm not sure. I wasn't a bartender, but I like to think I am at Wawa sometimes, so.
Get crazy with the coffee flavors. See what you.
Extra caramel or dress up the smoothies and stuff like that.
Okay. I got
That type of stuff.
Yeah, I mean, you're making mixed drinks without putting alcohol in them.
Yeah, I was trying to get into originally. Basically being that when it comes to the tech sponsors, and it's already multiplying from here, basically being that a company can provide funding to Niantic for being responsible for holding a event that doesn't actually have to happen at a physical location. Just like with the Grubhub Plus, just like Verizon.
Right.
Verizon does have a physical location, and just like with the Samsung store in New York, they can actually hold big events, invite people, and hold events like that. And apparently part of the Verizon thing will be Verizon customers will get exclusive experiences in means of like AR and stuff like that. So
Right, okay.
I'm excited to see how that's going to roll out, and it'll probably just be come into the store, try this feature on this device, and they'll go from there. Which, that's just as well, just as good. But the nice part about the Grubhub partnership is actually it gives Niantic a map of tech-ready food businesses that are already tech-ready. Which means that Niantic can then capitalize on that network of businesses that know that technology helps bring customers in and out of their shops. And who's to say down the line, if enough businesses get that sponsored Pokestop, sponsored gym title, then Niantic can then have Grubhub add that feature to their app saying Pokestop/gym in range of eating. So then instead of the food going
Oh,
to
that'd be
you,
cool.
you can go to the food and play Pokemon Go at the same time.
Yeah, that'd be dope. If they could, especially if they could integrate it to be like something pops up. Hey, you're in range of a blah blah blah.
Mm-hmm.
Order food and have a link right to their menu.
Exactly.
Yeah. Of course, that overwhelmingly benefits stores that have multiple locations because it's just easier for them. They have a bigger footprint, so they're more likely to partner with Niantic. It wouldn't be like, oh, there's a little mom and pop sandwich shop that partnered with Niantic to bring. If you're close to them, it'll let you know that you can order. It'll be like Domino's and stuff like that first, and then it'll kind of trickle down.
Well, potentially. Or
Yeah, they can have a way to like user submitted stuff. Like, hey, submit your whatever, we'll review it, take a picture of your business, put a link to your ordering, your menu or whatever you want to on there, and maybe we'll make it a Pokestop or I don't know, whatever.
Well, yeah, that's why they have they could simply do that Grubhub checkmark in game.
Right.
So they could have, if that company
Oh,
does,
yeah, that's right.
if that person does have a point of interest there, or they are a official sponsor for Niantic, and they run off of Grubhub as well, then
Yeah.
Grubhub can be the main point of reference on the Pokestop,
Right.
saying,
It can be
okay,
okay. Yeah.
yeah, I was even thinking, heck, you're in the middle of Community Day, you don't want to leave, order off of Grubhub. That could be another way that they end up giving a boost.
And I know Domino's did this. I don't know if it would work with this, but Domino's had places that you could order food to that wasn't an actual physical address. Like it wasn't your house or your whatever. They had like hotspots.
Mm-hmm.
And they could do that for like, oh, this is a central piece of this park hotspot.
Yeah.
Hey, I can order Grubhub through Pokemon to right here to this fountain that we're hanging out at doing Community Day. That would be
perfect.
Super tight.
Yeah. So basically, you could get Grubhub to, well, maybe not sponsor picnic areas, but you could have Pokemon Go players designate picnic areas in parks,
right?
Which then are the hotspots for the Grubhub people to drop off to. Yeah, you just have to submit a picture of yourself. That way they're not just throwing it at the park bench and hoping they find a person.
Have like a profile set up to where they can identify you.
Yeah.
Link it to your account. We just come up with the ideas. We don't got to do the hard work of implementing them or figuring out how they actually work.
Well, I still want them to do the actual partnership with the Leave No Trace Foundation so you can have in-game artifacts for players to go to that aren't necessarily in-game or not necessarily in nature, that we don't have to disturb anything.
Yes.
As long as they don't place it at the midway point of a cliff and someone walks off of it, you should be fine.
True. Don't walk off cliffs.
At the start of a trail, that's the ideal there. So
that would be nice, or like or a landmark of some sort. Again, like a picnic area or a fountain. This company should sponsor them, and this is how they get implemented. But we ain't got that kind of time. Just let me ramble.
I mean,
save that for a time.
That's kind of what I wanted to do with that whole small business deal. Basically being to go out to a small business, talk to them about technology, see if they're interested in anything like that, or if they want to increase foot traffic for regular players, because the main street in Vineland, there's a ton of businesses there. Yes, some of them are in there, some of them aren't. But quite simply, even if they don't want to spend the money to become a direct sponsor of Niantic,
right?
If they just put a a statue in front of their building during the day. That way you can get a Google Sphere or the other stuff. Well, now with the Wayfinder stuff, you can submit it right then with the Pokemon scanning. Pokestop scanning. Yeah. But just simple little buffs like that, and then any other tech advice, we just give them right there.
Yeah.
Plus, it's a little boon to their business's attention that half of the people probably want to know anyway. Okay. So...
Yeah. Something we can talk about in the future. I don't know if this would fit, but the that little Mario augmented reality cart came out a couple days ago.
Oh, yeah?
And that's, have you seen how that plays, how that works?
Vaguely. I haven't done too much into it.
Okay. You can watch I mean, at this point now, you can see people playing it on YouTube, but it is quite neat.
So it's basically the cart drives through and creates the points.
Mm-hmm. You have 4 gates. 1 through 4. You start at 1. You go through 4 in order. You paint a track as you do it, so it doesn't have to be from gate to gate. So as you go through, you do 1 lap around to paint the track.
Okay.
And then after you do that, it superimposes the track onto your area. Huh. The gates become interactive. It recognizes what the gates look like, so it'll put, piranha plants or fire bars on the gates.
Uh-huh.
And dude, it's really neat. It's really neat. Coins on the track, mushrooms. It has 4 different circuits, so there's different speeds at which it plays at.
Yeah.
And then obviously when you use a mushroom, your cart physically goes faster. Like it boosts in real life. So, yeah, dude, it's neat. You can watch, just watch a video review of it online for like 10, 15 minutes. You'll get an idea how it works and what it looks like. So.
No, yeah, it sounds like fun.
Dude, it is fascinating at
it kind of sounds like the general idea we had for Route Maker and the way that they can implement it.
With the idea of painting a track, yeah.
Uh-huh.
And then they would get superimposed. It would be a little more difficult sharing it from your to somebody else's, but it could definitely paint it on the map. Not necessarily couldn't do it in AR.
Well, no, that's kind of why they're doing all the Pokestop scanning. You get a large sphere of the general area for there. So then if there's multiple points of interest near there, then those also get fleshed out.
Okay.
And a route maker could just be, route maker time. Connect this Pokestop to that Pokestop. Yeah. How would you get there safely and functionally?
Right. You can use the data from the scans, the individual scans, and from open street maps.
Yeah.
Like, this is identifiable as a sidewalk. It's been marked as a sidewalk. Does it match up to what the scans have been? Yes, it does. Okay, we can use those 2 points to map it out. Granted, it would be much easier to do in the city, but...
Well, yeah, that's the thing, too. In the city, Google already has it, where you can basically orient the direction you're going by seeing the buildings next to you. Because the camera lines up with it, aligns it, and then tells you, okay, you should be going this way.
Okay.
I actually used it when I was in New York City, when I was going to the Samsung big headquarters event, whatever they called it, I forget. I think it was like the Samsung 837 or something like that. But basically, it uses the Google Map, the Google Earth images of the streets already. And then when you take the camera and lines up wherever you are, it matches it and tells you which way you're supposed to be going. So they're basically doing the same thing, but that Pokestop has that range there. Pokestop over there has that range there. And they'll just tell you, okay, create this path going from here to there and figure out the points in between. See the path, see the walkway. Their AR can already tell when there's an object there, so... Could be fun. We'll see.
Yeah. Just have to keep waiting. Figure how they do it. Yeah, it's gonna come for me.
Yeah, you're good.
Cat's taken care of. They're everywhere. They're everywhere. I don't know if you can see. I got the dog there. You can't see her, but she's there.
Mm-hmm.
Dog. And there's one there. One there. One over there.
Oh, yeah.
On the counter. That shouldn't be on the counter. Whatever. And there's one by the door. Everywhere. Everywhere.
Yep. All right, so we're cutting the subject here,
Yeah, man.
and we'll see you guys in the next one.